Pain, injuries, and coaching. What happens when pain turns into an injury? In this article, we talk about how your coach reacts to your injury. You will gain an insight into a simple system that's easy to understand. What am I going to do now? I can't train. I'm going to lose all my progress I've made. I have 4 more weeks. I won't be able to reach my goals. These are all normal reactions, but there are more routes in your training program than you may think. Firstly, remember, there is little to no common injury that will stop you in your tracks from training. It may stop you from competing or hold you back a little, but you can still train no matter what quest you are on. There is always something you can do. Please note that the worst thing you can do in this position is accept defeat and stop and wait until it gets better. Your body needs to move. Think of it as an old vintage car. You can't leave it in a garage for a few weeks and expect it to tick over as normal when the diesel hits the pistons. For example, if you've rolled your ankle or broken a leg, there is still upper body and the opposite leg that you can work. If you've made a shoulder injury or you've damaged your shoulder, there is still a lot of pulling and a ton of lower body you can do. Even if you're an endurance athlete, there is still ways. Understand that the initial phase is panic. It's totally normal. It shows you're hungry to achieve, which is an opportunity in itself to remind yourself of how much you want it. After this, however, it's vital that you sit down, pause, write some things down, and then talk to your personal trainer or coach. This is where a good coach steps in and redesigns your program. Now, please note, if you have gone to a coach for the first time, meeting them with an issue or injury, that this process may be slower than it would be if you have been training with them for 3+ months. We as good coaches need time to get to know you, your body, your life stresses you're dealing with day to day. What you have done in the past, what worked, what didn't work, every single angle must be considered. But be reassured, you can still train. Considerations a coach will make for you. Design. What joint actions does the client or do you need to prioritize to stay strong now that they have an injury and may be carrying themselves differently? Number 2, maintenance. Is it best that the client has designed a program to maintain where they are at? Did this injury happen due to too much volume or too much training and too much intensity? Number 3, list all movements that are out. Highlight those that are in and would help the client progress. For example, with a strained rotator cuff in the right shoulder, you might want to reduce the amount of dumbbell bench pressing that you're doing, or bench pressing and introduce controlled pulling while monitoring pain levels. Number 4, finally, is opportunity. Is this an opportunity to take a step back, de-stress from work, reflect on the endocrine or hormone system, introduce some soft tissue routines, set a challenge for the client, and join them in a new quest? Overall, an injury is an opportunity to learn. Keeping a training diary and a personal diary is also a great tool for you and your coach. This can help digest and find a reason why the injury came about. Keep on moving forward. Your injury can create an opportunity. Please note that you may need some support. Any qualified physio may help direct you and begin the process. However, ensure that you are communicating with your coach. Look for others in your community or coaching network that can support you and talk. This is exactly what we do in LB Club membership. Clients, athletes, members get treated as an individual. And please guys, know it is important to recognize that we all have different goals. If you'd like to know more, just put in your name, email, and optional phone number in this article below at the very bottom. If you'd like to avail of a free inquiry, move an assessment, or you'd just like to chat to us and know more.